Happy autumn equinox, everyone. This is Tigrera Gardenia coming to you from Damanhur. Actually, I'm in my nuclear home, the communal home in which I live, which is called Cornucopia. I'm super excited to be home, even if I have to leave in a few hours. But that's the life of this digital nomad and this exciting kind of experiences that we have. So actually above me is a really beautiful, this is called the Celtic painting, but that's not the topic for today. I wanted to talk to you guys, and I wanted to jump on quick, even though there's a hustle and bustle happening in my house today, because I wanted to talk about the fact that most people don't see success as conscious or sustainable. And this came up for me today as I was going to the first phase of the ritual. So here at Damanhur, as an initiate, we participate in an autumn equinox ritual, and people come from around the world to experience this ritual. We have people here from Tanzania, we have people here from Bulgaria, we have Americans, we have all kinds of different Europeans. And so these are extremely spiritual people who believe so much in their spirituality, who are really living that life, that they travel all the way here to northern Italy to experience this ritual. And we have 5 of these great rituals a year, the 2 equinoxes, the 2 solstices, and the commemoration of the dead. And yet I'm having all these conversations with people, and I'm finding these patterns that continuously emerge around abundance, around wealth, around money, around business. It's like almost as if there is this belief system and this belief that we have that you can't be successful in business and be spiritual. I mean, yeah, Deepak Chopra can do it, and maybe there's a few people out there that are doing it. But, you know, the great Indian gurus, for example, or many of the others were poor and poverty, and they didn't have abundance. And I want to just scream, to be honest, when I hear these types of things, because it's just not true. First of all, let's give a whole new definition to what is abundant. And I think that that's the first thing every single person needs to do. Each one of us needs to understand what success, what abundance really means to you, especially in your spiritual context. And this is not about like, oh, well, I need 5,000 euros or $5,000 in the bank, which could be the definition. But let's go beyond that. You know, when I work with clients, I'm talking about what is true success. Is true success freedom? The freedom to do what you want to do? Is true success having, you know, whatever it is that you need in order to make sure that your children have, you know, can go to the schools that they want to go to or can experience certain things? Is it that you have the ability to, at the brink, you know, the spur of the moment, decide that you're going to go somewhere? I mean, you have to know what abundance really means to you, and then you can figure out how to generate it. When I work with people, the first thing I do is sit down and really understand abundance. I used to teach a course called Manifesting Abundance back when I was teaching Kabbalah. And here we went through 4 major steps in order to get away from all of what society has taught us about what abundance really means. Because it's that that's blocking us from really being in our higher power and really being able to manifest the things that we want. We get really bogged down on numbers. We get really fearful around these topics. And then we start to think that the more I have a want, the more I have a desire for certain things, the less spiritually conscious I am. And that's actually not true at all. I mean, here at Damanhur, we talk a lot about how to use desire. How do you use want in order for you to manifest? It's an energy, and it's an energy that can be used and guided correctly. These are the types of energies that can connect into synchronicity and can guide synchronicity through to reach your ultimate goal. But you're only going to get there, and you're only going to get there in a sustainable way if you understand what success really means to you. And so that's the first step. You have to start by, first of all, acknowledging that we live in a material world and that we're here to be able to divinitize that material. We're here to divinitize matter, to create consciously. And creating consciously means that I have to have all the tools necessary, both internal tools as well as external and material tools, in order to be able to do that. So conscious creation is about having an ecosystem that supports your creation, because you can't create with nothing. So let's talk about real abundance, and let's say how real abundance is about consciousness. Because if you don't have what you need, you're not going to be able to fulfill your mission. You're not going to be able to complete what you came here to do. And so living in a life of poverty is not the solution. The solution is understanding your goals, finding out what your mission in life is, understanding how that dream fits into that mission, looking at the life business that you want to create, and then devising a plan to communicate that to all of the world, to communicate that to yourself, to really believe, to feel aligned with saying, this is my value, this is what I want, and this is what I'm going to obtain. And then creating a plan, a strategic plan that will get you there one step at a time, that focuses not so much on all the nitty-gritty details of the how, but really on the what, because that's why and that's how we are going to become conscious creators. Conscious creators are those that have what they need in order to create. And therefore, abundance is conscious. Abundance can be sustainable, and it could be in line. When done correctly, it is in line with what is the greater system that we're here to create, and what is it that the earth itself, what the planet itself, what the universe, this ecosystem can give to you as an individual and to everything that is connected to you. Because when you are abundant, you're not just holding it for yourself. If not, you couldn't be consciously abundant. When you're abundant, it's about using that abundance in order to create in a wider context. So if you're ready, really ready to make the choice to live your dream life, if you're ready to really look at your business and to think strategically and to communicate what it is that you want to do in order to create a conscious life business, then let's set up that call. Let's have this conversation. So you'll see that we can together create the plan that will work for you to live the conscious life business that you have been dreaming about. So I look forward to talking with you. You have the link right here. You can go to my website. You can go to all of my Facebook and all the different social media that I have, but let's have that call. Stop putting off the idea that you can be consciously abundant, because it's yours to manifest.